15 minutes, lovely jewels. I can't extend anymore. Better purchase yours on time, my dear Lee. Go to your cart now, love. Yes, I don't have enough time anymore, dear. I can't give you discounts anymore, love, for later. Better purchase yours on time, darling. Grab yours today, dear. This is very affordable, love, built to last. Necklace, darling. You will have the twisted chain or rope chain 24 inches. Yes, that's right, everybody. Proceed to purchase now, love. Someone is trying to buy now. Someone is trying to create an order. Oh my goodness, my love, you're almost there, honey. Yes, you're almost there, but I'm paying it directly now. Someone is creating an order here. 14 minutes left for my time, love. Go for our heart necklace and I will include earrings on your package. This is only $4.15 and $99.
Hey everyone, hey. Trying to get into my TikTok. And my TikTok, currently I try to get into the page and the TikTok has another live stream on it that I couldn't get clear off my page. So I'm trying to clear it off and then re-enter my live. So thank you for joining me today. If you are here for the first time, thank you. Just want to let you all know that we will be talking about the scholarship program for beauty professionals. If you're not a beauty professional, this isn't going to apply to you. So if you want to stick around for 15 minutes listening to nothing, you're more than welcome. But we will not be addressing the topics for today. We will not be discussing that until at least 8 o'clock because we are here for beauty professionals only for the next 14 minutes. And it took me forever to get into my stream. So now here I am. All right. Okay. So yes, let me go ahead and hit do not disturb because as soon as I come on live, that's when everybody wants to call and chat and do 1,000 things. Ain't nobody thinking about me until they see me live. So let me turn on do not disturb so I don't get a whole lot of calls and streams on my live stream. Now, okay. Good morning. This right now is for beauty professionals only until 8 o'clock. So I'm here today to talk to beauty professionals to let you all know that your clients are waiting for you. People in your area, they are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to show up. They're waiting for you to learn how to be a hair loss professional. They're waiting for you to step up to the plate, learn your information, be who it is you know you're supposed to be. They're waiting for you to join your community because they want to buy from you. They know you, they like you, they trust you. They're ready to be here for you as soon as you start stepping into who you're supposed to be. Now, again, until 8 o'clock, this is for beauty professionals only, for barbers, braiders, lock stylists, anyone who owns a med spa, who is a nurse, someone who is familiar with anatomy, someone who's familiar with the bones of the face, the muscles of the face. They are able to work on anyone from the décolleté to the top of the scalp. This is for you. If you know you have been accompanied by clients who complain of persistent inflammation, who are losing their hair, they have scalp issues and flakes out the wazoo. If they have been complaining to you that they have been losing their hair and they know not a clue, they don't know what to do, but they will listen to you because you are the authority in your area, they're waiting for you to step into your design, into your destiny. They're waiting for you. SBO Hair Loss. On our website, hairlosscenternj.com, we have a platform that is available for beauty professionals where you can learn to be a hair loss specialist virtually. If you, by any chance, ever thought that being a hair loss professional was in your timeline for 2026, today is now. SBO Hair Loss is looking to work with you, to train you, to work with you personally so that you can become that hair loss professional that your clients and your customers are waiting for you to be. So thank you so very much. Thank you for everybody for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I just want to say hello to everyone. If you have any comments, just let me know. What I am here today to share with you is all about our scholarship program until 8 o'clock. Once 8 o'clock arrives, then I'm going to be talking about the regular topics for today, hair growth in 2026. My coach, Russell Brunson, said, come on live once a week for a year, and it will help your business. I have always been one to come on live, talk about what it is that I do, talk about my hair replacement items, talk about trichology, talk about hair loss. I've always done that, but I am especially committed for the next year. I have been doing it since the first Sunday in January. I'm committed to doing this every single week to make sure that you all understand why you are losing your hair. But again, I am not going to be talking about hair loss concepts until 8 o'clock. This right now is really for beauty professionals. So beauty professionals, your clients are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to understand the root causes behind hair loss. They're waiting for you to learn how to confidently identify what it is that you see. They're waiting for you to learn so that they can be serviced by you. They're watching you. They're sitting at home. Minister of SOC, thank you for joining us. They're watching you. They look at everything you post. They're looking at all the food you post. And when you're going out and sipping and popping bottles, but you don't post any content. You don't post anything about hair. You put your personal life all on the page. They're watching you, but they're waiting for that professional to show up. Hi, Cosmic Breeze. Hi, Silly Santos. How are you? This is for beauty professionals, barbers, and braiders right now until 8 o'clock. They're waiting for you to show up. There are people watching you. They're watching everything that you do. Everything you post, they're watching you. There are also people out there who are learning from you. There are people on this chat who may be hair professionals. Your clients, they're watching everything that you do. And they understand you, they like you, they trust you. Now you have to educate them. It's time to step up to the plate. Comic Blaze, thank you for joining me today. I just want to say thank you again. If you guys don't know, I'm incredibly thankful because you could have been doing anything else with your time at 7:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what time it is where you are, but thank you. Now, when you are ready to integrate physiology, and that's body physiology. When you're ready to integrate body physiology, nutrition, digestion, client lifestyle, when you're ready to insert that into your conversations with your client, you're ready. When you can tell your clients about their lifestyle, their diet, and their health, and they understand it and they receive it well, you're ready. If you've always been a teacher, you're ready. I myself, I've always been a teacher. I talk to my clients all the time about their hair, their scalp, their dandruff, pills, medications. I've always been that one. And as soon as I learn something, I'm immediately coming to my clients, telling them, sharing with them. For years, my assistants, I have trained my assistants, and I go deep. I go very deep into detail because I've always been an educator. So the reason why I'm here with you right now is as soon as, hey, Holistic Hair Doc, how are you? As soon as I learned how to be a trichologist in 2010, 2011, when I took my first intro to trichology course, I was hooked. I was the trichologist from that moment on. I was a trichologist in my mind, and no one could tell me differently because I knew 99% more than what everyone else out here in the streets knew. I knew that what was going on with people on the inside transitioned to their skin, their hair, and their scalp. Once I learned about how the sebaceous gland and the follicle worked, and it worked with blood flow and it worked with nerves, as soon as I learned concepts that I was able to transition to my clients and earn an income from, I was in. So this right now is for that beauty professional who's ready to walk into that next phase. If you're ready to become that hair loss practitioner and that trichologist, this is for you. So if you want to build authority in your market, it's time to learn a new skill. Sure, you're probably making the most money you ever wanted to make. You can make money with your eyes closed. You can charge whatever prices you want to charge. But what I'm saying to you is when you become an authority figure, when you can converse with dermatologists and doctors, and when you can converse with hair loss professionals, sure, I'm going to get to that in just a second. When you can converse with them on their level, talk about clinical information, talk about medication, talk about scalp health, but talk about it in the language that they understand, because now you're speaking the same language. Your health professionals can trust you with their clients. They can refer you clients because you've put the time in, you've got your certification, you know what you're talking about. Doctors are not necessarily going to trust the authority of a hairstylist because a hairstylist doesn't work with clinical information. So this is what I'm talking about. When you're ready to step into being the authority figure that you know you are, it's time. It's time. So, Cheryl, you said you couldn't eat for 2 weeks, list 60% of your hair. Okay, we're not talking about hair questions right now. We're talking about beauty professionals getting training. So I'm not addressing it right now. If you want to address that at 8 o'clock, we can. So what I want to share with you as beauty professionals is we at SPL Hair Loss in New Jersey, we have a scholarship program that we are rolling out to 5 beauty professionals. There is criteria. If you would like to become part of the hair loss community and become a hair loss practitioner, we have a scholarship program that is available for you. We're going to be rolling out our hair loss practitioner program that's already in place. We're going to be rolling it out here on TikTok. We're going to be meeting here every week for 12 weeks, but there is criteria. We're going to be rolling it out here on TikTok. We're going to be doing the educational platforms and training here. The community is going to be here. The hair loss practitioner program has 5 scholarship applicants that are going to be open to you. So I'm going to just talk about it really quickly. The training will be here every week for 12 weeks. You will have additional information and modules and solutions and readings that you're going to have to do at home. Everything that you're going to need, we're going to provide it to you as supplemental information via Google Docs, Google Files, and uploads. If you're not good with checking your email, if you're not good with showing up, if you're not good for being present, this is not for you. It will take you showing up here every week for 12 weeks. It's also going to take for you to do at least 5 to 10 hours minimal in your educational platform to do readings. You're going to have to read PDFs from NIH, PubMed, from Science Direct. You're going to have information where each thing that we cover each week is going to have supplemental information that's going to coincide with what it is that we are discussing for that week. You're also going to have to do your solutions, answer the questions so that we understand you are competent in what it is that you learn. If you do not pass the modules, you cannot move forward to the next phase. We will also have weekly discussions here on TikTok. If you would like to join the FB community, you will join the FB community. That's where you will submit your photos, all of your information that you see weekly with your clients that you need help with. We're going to converse together on that platform so that you can be further supported, and we can help you with treatment plans, protocols, and help you understand what you see. I'm going to be, after this live session, I'm going to be posting in the bio, the LINK in the BIO. I'm going to be putting the link there so that you can apply if you'd like to be one of the 5 scholarship participants. There is criteria. The criteria will be at the LINK and the BIO, which will let you know everything that you're going to need. If you do not participate in any of what the criteria lists, you're out. 20% of anyone, those are the only people who get things done. Out of the 5 people, it's only going to be 1 who's going to pass the certification. I already know it because of the criteria. You're going to have to do weekly posting. You're going to have to be visible on your timeline. You're going to have to tag me in your post because I need to make sure that everything you're learning, you're posting each week. That is a marketing ploy for you that's going to help you build your business because the people that are watching you, they're going to see your growth. They're going to see you learning. If you do not post, you're out. You're going to have to post and tag us, the business, SPL Hair Loss, all of our channels, everywhere you post, you're going to have to tag us. The information, again, for the scholarship program will be posted in the LINK and the BIO within a couple hours. But the scholarship program, a scholarship is free. It's going to be open to 5 individuals only. You're going to have to submit your information. Tell us a little bit about you, why you should be picked for the scholarship program, and how it's going to benefit your community. If you're just a random hairstylist who works at home, doesn't have a website, doesn't post on social, this is not for you. This is for someone like myself who knows there's somebody, but they just need help and they need space to grow. They need a community. If you're just sitting around at home doing your 5 or 10 clients, but you're a professional, this is not for you. This is one who's already moving and shaking in their business. They're public, people see them, but they need additional help so that they can grow. They need to just get that hot air balloon and take them wherever they have to go. So again, later on this afternoon, probably within the next hour or so, the LINK and the BIO is going to have the information for the scholarship program. If you are a hairstylist, a beauty professional, a braider, med spa owner, salon suite owner, and you want to become a hair loss professional and a trichologist, this is the space for you. So today, everyone, now it's 8 o'clock. We are going to be addressing this right here. We're going to be addressing why your hair is not growing. We're going to be discussing these 5 reasons. So if you want to send me your questions about some of your hair and your scalp health, we're going to be talking about it right now. So if you guys don't know who I am, I'm just getting my notes. My name is Laron. I am the owner of SBO Hair Loss in Pleasantville, New Jersey, if you can see this. My handle on TikTok is SBL Trichology. You can find anything that you need about me and about what it is that I do by tapping the LINK and the BIO. So if you guys consistently scroll through the timeline, you can see that I post various information about hair growth, about building the business for beauty professionals, about biofilms, gut health, vitamins, medication, inflammation. What I'm aiming to do here each week is reach you by putting a blurb, by putting some sort of brief video up here that's going to catch your eye and help you understand why are you losing your hair. You're doing everything that you can. You're doing everything right. However, something's missing, something's wrong. You're still losing your hair. So I'm committed to being here each week to reach communities everywhere, to reach beauty professionals everywhere, to let you know there are resources. There are people like us out here that are willing to help you. But you got to get your mind right. You got to get your mind right. So let me just pivot for one brief second. This has been a weird week for me. I reach out to women everywhere, and women come to me. Women have a lot they carry. Women have stress. They have anxiety. They have their unwillingness to move with the times, move with digital data, move with AI. They're carrying around stress. They're carrying around trauma. They're carrying around hurt feelings that they wear in their chest. And it all just takes this to make them flip their wig. I deal with a lot of women who have a lot on their heart. They carry around a lot of baggage, a lot of trauma. This has been a tough week. So someone like myself, I don't deal well when people have a lot of anxiety. I work best with calm people who take direction well. They're like, okay, I can do that. I don't deal well with high stress, high anxiety people because my own I can't deal with a lot of when people are on 10. If any of you ever need any assistance from me, I'm willing to assist you in every way possible. However, a lot of us, we have to relax. This has been a tough week, everybody, a tough week. And as a professional, sometimes it's difficult to be a service professional because you deal with so many different personalities. So I just ask you all to have patience with me today because this has been a tough week having to deal with many personalities from all over the world. It really is. So I'm going to be sharing with you why you're doing everything that you possibly can, but yeah, your hair is not growing. So we're going to address some some brief things right now. So, holistic hair doc, you said there's a problem with the sound and I sound robotic. Okay. I don't know why that is. I don't know why I sound robotic. Let me see. Said there's a problem with sound. Okay. You said there's a problem with sound. You said you can't hear me. It's muffled. Well, let me know if this is any better. I'll get my selfie stand and maybe I can move the phone. I don't know why this feels like this. Let me take this off of Wi-Fi. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Okay, so everybody on Facebook and Instagram, just give me a moment. So I'm going to get my selfie stand and maybe just move the phone. Maybe that'll help. I'll be right back, everybody. Give me a second. So I took it off of Wi-Fi and I took it off of my computer because sometimes the computer, you can hear the air moving around through the computer because it's trying to keep itself cool. Let me know if this feels a little bit better, if it sounds a little bit better. If not, I'll try to put my little microphone on. Let me know if you can hear it a little bit better. And everyone on Facebook, I don't see any comments. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if everything's all right. Let me know because I'm going to continue. So, Mel. Okay, thank you, Miss Stephanie. Okay, clear there. Okay, so let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, good. You said it's better. Oh, wonderful. It's probably the computer because my computer is a Lenovo and the air comes on and then it cuts off. Air comes on and cuts off because it's cooling the computer off because I'm streaming to StreamYard and it requires a lot of energy. So, Mel, yes, there are things that you can do naturally for LPP. However, when clients have LPP, lichen is a thickening and an inflammation of the skin that comes from inflammation from various reasons. It could have been a virus, it could have been a shot you received, it could have been your gut health, fungus, bacteria. You have to find a hair loss professional in addition to utilizing your dermatologist. Get to the root of why you are having that inflammation that caused your skin to start thickening and the cellular turnover to occur abnormally. You have to work at the root of that. And any of your hair follicles that haven't transitioned to full scarring, you may be able to sometimes restore hair follicles that become dormant if you tackle and work on the inflammation. You have to find a competent hair loss professional in your area to assess you and get to the root of your concerns. If you are a person, like I tell people when they sit with me, when they start doing this and they start saying, I can't, and that's not the reason, then you might as well hang it up because you're at the point where you really need someone to tell you what it is. Look deep into you, get your BCA, get your scans, and identify at the root of what is behind your inflammation, the inflammatory cycle that's causing and contributing to your LPP. You need to get with somebody and start doing this and say, yes, I will. Okay, yes, okay. And let them tell you based on your blood work and not just pull it out of the sky. You need to find someone and let them identify where that LPP is coming from. And you need to get yourself on a treatment plan. I'm in New Jersey and I work with people virtually, but wherever you are, you don't have to tell me. You can if you'd like. Mel, put it in the chat. We can talk about it later. You need to find a hair loss professional in your area. Get yourself a treatment plan and work on it for the next 6 months to a year because you may be able to turn that around. But you have to work on your inflammation as LPP is an inflammatory mediated condition. Please let me know by putting it in the chat that you understand what I'm trying to say. Like I don't mix words and I don't mince words. I keep it 100 because this is what I'm committed to doing for 2026 is getting our folks together. A lot of our problem in our community is we don't want nobody to tell us nothing. We don't want to pay for nothing. Everything is too much. I'm not doing that. We've got to stop. We got to stop. I deal with women all across the country, the UK, Mexico. And when I say I have with WhatsApp. WhatsApp is amazing. People reach out to me from Africa. People reach out all over the place because they're suffering. So I say to you with love, Mel. I say it to everybody. I'm your sister from another mister. I say it to you with love. Find someone in your area, get on a treatment plan, and work with what you have left. Sometimes with LPP, the destruction at the infundibulum, which is this area here, sometimes the destruction can be turned around. However, it requires work. It requires you changing your diet, changing your lifestyle, addressing your trauma, clearing up your gut health, managing your weight, getting out here exercising, manipulating your scalp, detoxifying that scalp, like all of it. Not a piece here, a piece there. Oh, can I just do this? No, it's all of it. It's all of it. So I hope that makes sense. And since you asked, I had to answer. So I want to let you all know, you said I have this echo. I'm trying to do what I can. I took it off of my computer. I moved it away from the computer. So however it sounds, I can't I can't change it. I don't know what else to do. And you said it's messing with this whole workshop. Elizabeth, you said I sound great. Debs, you said it's perfect. Holistic Hair Doctor, you said no echo. Okay. All right, everybody. So what I want to come on here today is just to share with you a little bit of education. I want to share with you who I am. I'm a certified trichologist. I got certified through the IAT. They are a correspondence course out of Australia, but however, they work with us in our country. They will come to the United States. They will hold clinical trainings. They'll go to Sweden. They'll go to Africa. They'll go to Italy. They'll go to Paris. They go wherever it is needed so that they can hold clinical trainings for us. I did a correspondence course I started in 2014 and I finished in 2016 because it took 2 years for me to get my certification. And since then, I have taken numerous certifications to just help my skill in herbal courses, naturopathy. I'm currently working on an integrated functional nutrition course right now because what it is that we do, it is integrative. I have worked and I continue to learn holistic practices, holistic methods such as auriculotherapy, using chiropractic therapy, using so many different therapies to help people in addition to what Western medicine provides, because our nation, the world needs help addressing their needs that medicine can't always fill. So I'm here today to let you know there are people like myself out here. There are holistic practitioners, trichologists, hair loss practitioners out here. In addition to your dermatologist, please use us as a resource. So I want this to resonate with you. If you have any issues with your scalp, please believe. Don't put it up under a wig. Don't put it under a hat. Stop covering it up. If there's a small chance that you can do something, invest in yourself, please, in 2026. Invest in yourself because this is your time. If someone or something led you here, if the For You page led you to my page so that you can be on this live for the next hour, please just take advantage of the information. And I'm sorry, Jenny, you said you guess it's me. I don't know what else to do right now. And I apologize for that. And I apologize that you're not having great sound quality on your end. Oh, I'm sorry. So I want to just let you know I can be found on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and here on TikTok. So I try to just reach everybody wherever I can. So what I want to bring to you first is, most of you guys think your hair isn't growing. It is growing. Your hair is growing. However, metabolically, it's stressed. Your body is having a lot of issues. You're stressed. You're going through a lot of changes. And when you're going through a lot of changes, like I tell everyone, I show here, when you are consistently out of balance, When you're out of balance, everyone, do you see that there at the top? When you're out of balance, your hair will never grow. I learned that valuable concept when I took my first intro to trichology course with Rodney Barnett in Texas. He shared it with us, and that stuck with me. It was very powerful because when your body is out of balance, your hair will not grow well. Your body is physically 365 days a year, 366 if you want to put it that way. 24 hours a day, your body is physiologically trying to balance your immune system, balance your hormones, balance your digestive system, balance your nervous system. It's trying to balance everything beneath your scalp all day long. Hair is a tissue that if your body doesn't need it, it's not going to grow it because your body is physically focused on doing so much else. That's why your hair will suffer when things are going on from the eyeball down. So when there are things going on in your body that are known to you and that aren't known to you, when there are things that are unbalanced in your body, your hair will never grow properly, which is why when people reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, and different places, everyone will say, what can I do to change it? You've got to get a plan. You have to find a beauty professional who's going to analyze you and scan you and find out what is out of balance. It's never simple. It's not simple. As someone who's 57, I have my own challenges. And when I reach people who are my age, they've been dealing with things for 10, 20, and 30 years. By the time they reach me, they have so much hair loss that sometimes I'm not able to help them. So for that reason, I have migrated into becoming a non-surgical hair replacement specialist because often CCCA, central centrifugal alopecia, has eroded hair follicles such as lichen planopilaris, frontal fibrosing alopecia. Things like that have crept in and gone on for so long. When they go to a dermatologist, sometimes that is it. They don't seek any more help. Once a dermatologist gives them their steroid shots, their intralesional steroid injections, their topicals, their clobetasol, their spironolactone, once they exhaust all those opportunities, they don't look any further. I'm here today to let you know there are people like myself that are out here. However, you guys have to take the first step. You have to step outside of yourself, step outside of your comfort zone. As I say all the time, this is y'all. This is y'all. Okay? This is me. Way over here. Way over here. This is you. This is me. You have to step outside of your little box. Step outside of your little box. I'm right here. Step outside your box and just walk into, can I have a consultation? My consultation, the initial consultation, is 15 minutes. That allows me to hear you, find out what it is that you're experiencing, what it is that you're going through, and then I can share with you what it is that we provide that can help meet your needs, help you find your why. Why am I going through this? But a lot of y'all, everything is price and value. And price is an issue in the absence of value. When you don't value something, everything is how much, how much, how much. How about your hair? Your hair. That's how much it costs. Do you value your hair? Because if you don't value your hair, then go on over to Love Me. I love me some Love Me because my clients bring me their units all the time. Go on over to Love Me and go get your units. Because if you don't want to invest time into yourself, I can't. I only work and serve people who understand, okay, it's time for me. I don't know what this is. I need to find out what it is. Please help me. Let me know what I need to do. Those are the only people I want to serve. I serve people who know it takes work, who know something is amiss, who know that, oh, my doctor said my blood work is normal. They say nothing is wrong, but I know something is wrong. I'm looking for that woman. I'm looking for that woman who is suffering with inflammation and pain so great. Her hair is eroding. She's got this spot that just will not grow. She's losing her hair. She's on medication. She's overweight. I'm looking for someone who looks like me because I'm overweight. I'm almost 170 pounds and I'm 5 feet. I'm looking for that person who is just like me, who knows, okay, I don't know everything. I need some help. I'm not looking for those who got to ask why and I don't understand. What you're going to have to understand. You're going to have to step outside of yourself, learn how to work this out. I don't know how to work Zoom. I don't understand how to work Zoom. But yet you're having problems, but you don't want to do nothing. I'm looking for the one who's not going to keep giving me all the excuses. I got to keep dealing with adult women and men each week. What about? Well, then exhaust those opportunities, look for those opportunities, do your education. Then when you finish, come to me. Let's get your plan together. Because if all of that stuff out there worked for you, you would have hair. You would have hair growth. Believe me, all the stuff you guys are looking for and find online, I'm right there with you, and I'm identifying and finding how I can use it in my business as well. Take that information. Let's go. Let's get this plan together. So one of the reasons that your hair isn't growing is because your body is metabolically stressed. There are things that are preventing your metabolism from working properly. So when I say that, I mean things like high levels of cholesterol, high lipids, liver fat, your insulin levels, your blood sugar is too high, your blood pressure is too high, your metabolism is off the charts. You're having problems with hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. Your body is a mess. So when your body is a mess, your hair will never grow well. This is why I said your body is metabolically stressed. Your body's physiology is trying to tell you, look, I'm so out of balance. Right now I can't give you no hair. I can't give you hair because I'm a mess. So one of the other things that I want to share with you is one of the other hidden reasons why your hair isn't growing is, clip this, inflammation is quietly killing your hair. And the inflammation is identified through centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, the CCCA, the frontal fibrosing alopecia, that's a part of CCCA, the painful scalp, the itching, the burning, the biofilms that I've been talking about this week. All of it is quietly killing you. It's killing you. It's quietly killing you. And you guys all sit here think that Batana oil is going to save you. No, it will not. Batana oil is not going to help your blood pressure. Batana oil is not going to help you poop. Batana oil is not going to fix your liver fat. Batana oil is not going to fix your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your insulin levels. Batana oil is not going to fix your thyroid. So y'all cut it out. So when I come on here and everybody on Facebook and y'all going to put your little clips in, well, I use Batana oil and rosemary water for 6 months to grow my hair back. For you, yeah. But that's not going to fix everyone. You need to identify what it is that is the contributor behind your body being off balance. Once you do that, then your hair can grow. If your body, your temple isn't right from the beginning, your hair is not going to grow well. So I need you all to understand that. Inflammation also manifests as alopecia areata. Now, I myself have been dealing with alopecia areata since I got married. Now, I have a different set of stressors that are in my life now that I'm married. It's a different walk when you're married. And because of this stress, it's freaking my nervous system out and just trying to be the wife that I need to be, because I am not the head of my household anymore. I don't run these 2 arms and these 2 legs. I basically have to run it by someone else before I put my foot in front of the other. That's a little challenging. So trying to be a wife, a business owner, a mom, it's a different set of skills that I have to undertake right now. So I have alopecia areata showing up in me. I have a huge hole over here that I have covered up with some hair, and I have one right here that I have added hair because I'm a hairstylist. So I talk about that every so often, but alopecia areata at the core is inflammation. When you get a spot, it's in the shape of an axon. An axon is a nerve cell. So whenever you are stressed out, the axon that is kind of like shaped like this, it appears everywhere on your scalp. Sometimes it appears here, 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 here. I have one right here. The right-hand side of the body speaks to nervous system issues. The left-hand side speaks to endocrine issues. I have a lot of people who will have an entire side of their head is just gone. This side over here, this is my nervous system side. I'm dealing with nervous system issues right on this side. So alopecia areata is inflammation at the root, which is why sometimes clients will reach out to a dermatologist and get an intralesional steroid shot. Intralesional steroid shots help to control inflammation immediately. Is it a band-aid? Yes, it's a temporary band-aid. But like I say to everyone else, you utilize your dermatologist. Then you have to find someone like myself, someone like Holistic Hair Doc that's on here. And I'm pretty sure there are other hairstylists on this chat. Once you get your resources from your dermatologist, then you need to find a hair loss specialist that can help you deal with the inside. Like I said earlier, from the eyeball down. Now we got to find out, okay, well, what's propelling this outside of your genes that allow you to have autoimmune triggers and conditions. This, you can't do anything about heredity. However, the lifestyle outside of your heredity is how you control it. So when I said I have my own issue, I have to use topicals. I have to work on my gut health. I take my ashwagandha supplements to help calm my nervous system. I am trying to mentally not control things that I can't control. There are a lot of things that I am trying to do to work on my own issues, which is what I do for others. I help them identify some of the leaks in the body, plug them up so that you can not be so susceptible to your inflammatory issues. So like I said, alopecia areata and CCCA, centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, are inflammatory mediated conditions. So when you have alopecia areata here at the hair bulb, this is the hair bulb connected to the blood supply. Now here, like I share with you guys all the time, this yellow area here, these are sensory nerve fibers that are wrapped around each hair follicle. And the sensory nerve fibers, when you have stressful issues in your life, when you have shots, medications, viruses, bacteria, sometimes it can create autoimmune conditions in your body propelled by the stress that you're under, and boom, the axon surrounding this skin area, the whole area will just be a hole. It'll be gone, just gone. So that's what it is that I'm dealing with right now. So when I talked about you being metabolically out of balance, metabolically stressed, that's why we're here, everybody, because you've got to get your body right. You've got to find a hair loss practitioner, a certified trichologist, and a trichologist in your area that can help you identify that. Next, inflammation. Now I'm trying to wait for it to be shown. Inflammation, everyone. Inflammation is what I'm talking about next. Inflammation can show up, like I said, as CCCA. It can show up as alopecia areata, but the inflammation is at the core of why we're having some of these issues. And where does the inflammation come from? I wrote a book about it, and a lot of you have purchased it. You can find the inflammation book by using the LINK and the BIO. If you guys want this information about inflammation and where it comes from, all you have to do is purchase it, and it is a very good read, and it will help you identify things like trauma, shots, gut health, being sick, medications, your gut health, all of that. That's primarily where the inflammation comes from. I have also have a CCCA scarring alopecia guide that is in the LINK in the BIO, the LINK in the BIO. And if you need that information, I can provide it to you as well, because much of us don't understand inflammation. We just know we're sore, we're painful, but a lot of us don't understand when you do not get a hold of your inflammation, it will erode your follicle. When you're constantly drinking that milk that you have no business drinking, it's going to cause your inflammation to start in your gut. That inflammation is going to travel through your blood vessels, travel through to your skin, and it's going to give you things like dandruff, seborrhea, inflammation. But y'all want to keep eating that cow pus. You want to keep eating that cow pus and that cheese. Then y'all want to sit on my consultations and say, oh, but I eat yogurt. No, it's still cow pus. It's fermented cow pus. If it comes from a cow, it's cow pus. You want to keep eating the cow pus. A cow is not our mother. Your mother is your mother. You want to drink milk? Drink your mother's milk. That's what it's for. You're not supposed to be eating and drinking anything that comes from a cow. Ice cream? No. Lactate milk? No. Things like that. Things like that cause inflammation in the gut. That inflammation is reabsorbed through the gut lining causing leaky gut, spreads out through our blood vessels onto our skin. And then y'all want to sit here and tell me, I got sensitive scalp. Please don't use a harsh relaxer. I got sensitive scalp. No, you need to fix your life. So I'm going to answer some of these questions in just a second because I know I have quite a few here. I don't want y'all to think that I don't see them. But inflammation is at the core. So when I say we're metabolically stressed, inflammation is at the core. So you need to find out what your inflammatory contributors are and work in kind. So I'm going to go on to gut dysfunction. Since I mentioned milk, I'm going to go on to gut dysfunction. But I just want to address, hi, Miss Rita. Thank you for joining me today. I want to address any questions. So I'm just going to go over here to TikTok really quick and see these questions. Cookie, these are not my edges. Like I just said earlier, I have alopecia areata. I have a spot here because I have some weakness in my digestion in my GI tract. And I talk about that all the time because as an AB, I have very weak digestion that I have to work on all the time. So I have a spot of alopecia here, and I have an entire spot here beneath my hair. I use, I cut off hair from like braiding hair. I take braiding hair and I use Gotta Be Glued and I give myself edges. So this is not my hair. I usually blow my hair out, but when I blow it out and wear it out, you really can't see it. And I just didn't feel like blowing it out this week. So this is not my edges. I wish they were, but they're not. This is not my edges. I add hair because my hair is very, very fine. And when I gel it down, you can literally, you can see through it. And then I hate getting the comments all the time because people don't know no better. Oh, your hair's so thin. No, I naturally have fine hair. I've lived with anemia and a weak digestion all my life. And my coffee that I drink doesn't help because it drains me of iron and vitamin B. So when I deal with my anemia and I deal with my digestive issues and with my heredity, I have very fine hair. So I don't really like the way my hair looks when it's in a ponytail. So I have gelled this hair on. So these are not my edges, but thank you. So I want to say thank you to everyone who follows me and sent me hearts. I appreciate it. Virtuous Woman, I thank you all. And I'm going to keep going. And ATM, you said enemies are truly sad. Parasites hate to be destroyed. Yes, indeed. And Sparrow, thank you for joining. If you guys are even still in the room, thank you. And Yo-Yo, oh, you are a blessing. Thank you. I needed that today. Thank you so much. So, all right. So I'm just going to keep going. Okay. You said Debs. You did say that earlier. I'm so sorry. That I didn't address that earlier, that you're in New Jersey. Yes, I'm in New Jersey too. And Rika Sweet Cakes. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it does look a little real. I happen to see what is her name? Mara. She's like a journalist. Mara, Latina. She's a Latina, Afro-Latina. I found her on Instagram, and then she also posted that clip to YouTube when she put her, because she has fine hair too. When she showed how to add edges using Gotta Be Glue, I was like, there it is. I've been doing it ever since. So Debs, yes, please look at our site. Let me see. I can't pull it up right this second. I'm going to do it for you here, and then I promise everybody I'm going to finish moving. So let me see if I can do it. So it's easy, Debs. It's easy. Let me get out of this here. So when you go to the profile, everyone, this is all you do. For Instagram, all you have to do is go to my profile. And when you go to the profile, the link to the bio is there. All you have to do is go to the home page of the profile. You find the link to the bio, and then you just tap it. Let me see if I can tap it. Oh, nope, that's not it. Because I'm trying to do it backwards. You just tap the link. It says HTTPS. Linktree, and then when it comes up, this is what it's going to look like. So Debs, when you want to go to my site, this is all of the links, my 15-minute link, some of the products, the books, everything is here. The little store for the things that I talk about a lot. All you have to do is go to the LINK, the BIO, everything will be here. This is the Linktree. If you want to find my website, the store, Facebook, everything, it's all here. All you have to do is just go to the LINK and the BIO. Because I tell you, if one more person comes to me and says, I can't find it. But yet you can sit on TikTok all day and scroll, but you can't find a link in the bio. Make that make sense. So I thank you for following me. I really, really appreciate it. Faith in the Valley and everyone. So I'm going to keep on and I'm going to move on because I always write my notes down so that I can remember this. So dandruff is a gut problem before it's anything. Dandruff is a gut problem first. So many of you all who reach out to me, you will cover up your hair with wigs, braids, crochets, installs. That is the worst thing you can do. When your body is trying to tell you it's having a problem by identifying it through your skin is the largest elimination organ. When you have constant dandruff on your scalp and you don't do anything about it, it will continue to erode your hair follicle to the point that it causes inflammation, it causes pain, it causes swelling. And in some people, the malassezia yeast in the dandruff will erode the hair follicle. And over time, your hair will get thinner and thinner and thinner because yeast likes the fiber. It likes the protein in the hair fiber, and it will slowly erode your hair follicle. So dandruff is malassezia yeast. Sometimes it's called malassezia yeast gullosa. Dandruff is a gut problem. It's a gut health problem. This is why I'm on here consistently, and I try to put it up here at least every other day. When you do not go to the bathroom, at least once a day, you have stubborn gut waste behind that is going to cause you problems with your hair and scalp. When you have dandruff, that's yeast. Yeast loves sugar. Y'all keep eating this sugar. Y'all keep eating sweets. Y'all keep eating and drinking these lattes, these 30-inch lattes, 30-ounce lattes. You want to eat this processed food. You want to eat ketchup, sauces, pickles, sugar, bread. Everything breaks down into sugar. Protein breaks down into sugar. Plant starch breaks down into sugar. Potatoes, French fries, everything breaks down into sugar. You're feeding this yeast in your gut, and it's coming through the integumentary system, which is the largest system in the body, and it's laying all over your skin. That white coaty tongue that y'all have, that's thrush, just like the babies have. That's yeast. It's yeast. And then you wonder why your skin is always itching. And then you tell everybody, I got a sensitive scalp. No, it's you. It's you. You have to fix your gut. Dandruff starts in the gut. So when you're eating processed food, you're eating things with yellow food dyes, red food coloring, blue food coloring, salt, sugar, the 200 names that are disguised as sugar. When you guys are eating things that are in a box, a bag, in a drive-through window, all of this is just feeding this gut, feeding all this yeast. Keep giving, yes, A-Star, all this food is giving you frequent yeast infections, frequent issues with bacteria. Yes, it's you. You need to understand that everything that's sitting on the end of your fork is the reason why you're having these issues. So that's my third point right now. Everything is starting in your gut. So just A-Star, yes, because let me see if I can pin this comment because let me see. Companies like, and this is no shade, but this is just how the world has been working. It's a monopoly. Companies like A-Star, if you could put it in the chat, what is Monsanto? Companies like Monsanto, they spray our seeds. These seeds have been bio-engineered to grow to resist cold weather, to resist fertilizers, to resist and stand up to bugs eating it. But this food that has been chemically altered is affecting us. It's affecting our hormones. It's affecting how we think. It's affecting how we sleep. It's affecting our goiters. It's affecting our thyroid. So we have to eat food that is organic, that's grown at home, that is unprocessed, minimally processed. Any food that you get out here today has been bioengineered. You turn everything over these days, it says bioengineered food ingredients. All of this is causing the demise with our hair everywhere, everyone. So when I say it's you, you have to watch what's on the end of your fork. Inflammation starts in the gut, everyone. So when I say dandruff is a gut problem first, dandruff is a gut problem first. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to address them as I can. Sometimes when I get off on a tangent, I forget to even address the questions. So Leisha Funbro said, good morning. Do you know of any trichologists in the Chicago area? Yes, I do. Let me see. Yes, I do. Her name is Debbie, and she's in Chicago. Now, please let me know if you can hear me okay. I want to see if I can find her. Give me 1 second. And if you want the information, please send me a private message and let me know that you want that information. Let me see if I can find Debbie's information. She is a hair replacement specialist, and she's also a trichologist. Her name is Debbie Anse Martinez, and she works for Hair Lab in Chicago. If you don't remember to write that down, just send me a private message and I will send you her information. I have been working with her for maybe the last 5 or 10 years because you're welcome. We're both in the same hair loss practitioner groups. She is a certified trichologist and a holistic hair loss practitioner. So we do things that are naturally going to bring you balance to your body that don't have to do with medication all the time. And you just let her know that I sent you, because that's how we all work. We try to recommend everyone who are in the groups because we're using and we're talking and speaking the same language. Please reach out to her. If you're having any concerns, please don't look at everything as price. Look at the value you're going to get when you find out your answers and you see yourself 3, 6 months, 9 months, a year from now, seeing your hair and your skin changing. So just think about that. And stay in touch with me too, because I want to make sure that you're good and that you reach her, because if you reach out to her and you don't reach her, I will subsequently go behind and reach out to her as well. So I spoke about your body being metabolically stressed. I talked about inflammation. I briefly touched on gut health. So now I want to talk about your slow transit time. And when you have a slow transit time and the way your feces look, if it's hard pellets, you don't have enough water in your body. If your feces are coming out in a sludge and it's tunneling through and it doesn't have any shape and the color is all the same, you need more bacteria. You need more good pre and probiotic fiber in your diet. You also probably need to make sure that you're getting your liver enzymes so that you can process your food better. You need to make sure that you're eating more fiber. I talk all the time about making sure you have digestive enzymes in your diet to make sure that you can digest your food properly. Because when you're eating and drinking, or you're eating meat and cheese, the Jews in their Judaic law, they had recommendations for you how to eat. People need to research that, because that was put in place for a reason, because they knew things that the average people did not. They did not combine different foods together because they don't work well digestively together. And for them, it was basically like my Muslim people say, it was haram. It's unlawful. So those are food laws, everybody. Some things should not be eaten at all, and not necessarily they should not be eaten together. So when your digestion isn't right, your feces won't be right. So you have to include your digestive enzymes, your liver enzymes, your pre and probiotic fiber. You need your fiber, because when my clients come to me and they reach out for their trichology exams, I talks about that poop. I want to know what the poop looked like, how often did you poop, what color was it. I want to know everything, because your feces say a lot about you. So when you have a slow transit time and when your feces smell horrible, it's a problem. Your feces literally should not smell. If you're able to expel your waste daily and you're eating what you should, your feces should not smell. When they smell, it's been sitting in your body and fermenting too long. Fermentation has a smell for a reason. It's because it's been fermenting. When you have a lot of gas, a lot of malabsorption, that's your body saying, yeah, miss me with that. Don't give me that no more. Don't eat that no more. Or either you're not getting enough hydrochloric acid, digestive enzymes, or you're not pairing your food the way you should pair it, if you should be eating it at all. So that was my next point. So when you think you're doing everything right and your hair's still not growing, these are some of the reasons. Next on the list, hormonal shifts. Now, I talk with everyone all the time. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down. Right. Baby girl said the food processing is insane. Even natural foods turn into sugar or alcohol inside. Yes. Yes, ma'am. You have to kind of know what you're eating and eat what's for you, which is why I always share with all my clients when they reach me on a consultation to get an intolerance test, because just because food is on this earth doesn't mean it's for you. Sometimes when you're having a lot of itching and pain and sensitivity and breakouts, it's because you're eating things that your body says, no, I don't think so. And just because you ate it when you were a child, at some point, sometimes your body is just like, enough. You taking it out on me, I'm going to take it out on you. So sometimes you need to find out what your food's intolerant of so you can remove it so that you can have better scalp health. So in user 626, you said it makes a lot of sense. Thank you. You're welcome. And A-Star, you said, oh. A-Star, you said, if organic food is fake, what can we do? No, it's not that organic food is fake. It's just that Monsanto Industries is behind a lot of our food processing. It's always a good thing to get organic food. I'm just saying that Monsanto and companies like Tyson Chicken, they're behind all of the chicken that we eat. 70 to 80% of the chicken that is fed to us in our country has been metabolically changed through the help of companies like Tyson. I mean, it's no secret. All you have to do is look that up on Google. So it's just when you have large companies changing the game, it changes us. So you have to just try to do what you can, grow your own food. And I have plenty of people here in New Jersey who grow their own deer. They catch their own deer. They grow their own chickens. We got to do what we can. And it's a little bit challenging, but you have to do what you can in your area. If you can try organic food, try it. It is a little bit pricey. It's more of an investment, but most of the seeds in this country come from Monsanto. You have to find the seeds that aren't bioengineered. So that was my point. So yes, user 626, you said you've heard of who, and you will see who is it? Someone in Michigan. Monis Custom Creations. I'm sorry. I would have to find someone in Michigan because currently I don't know of any practitioners in Michigan, but I would have to put my feelers out to see. And I'm sorry that I didn't address your comment quicker. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. So hormonal shifts. If y'all follow me at all, I put clips and blurbs on all of my social pages all the time. I talk about hormonal shifts are much of our demise. So when I say hormones are comprised of a lot more than what you think. The hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the thyroid work together through chemical messengers in the blood called hormones. They are constantly identifying what is going on through the bloodstream all day long, so it can control you. It can control how much sleep you get, how much weight you gain, how much hair you grow, how much sebum you put out on your skin. Your hormonal messengers are directing all of the chemical processes in your body by what you give it. So when I say you have to start with your diet, because a lot of your diet will influence how your hormones take a shift and take a dive. Number one is blood sugar and insulin. Now, I talk about this all the time, and then everyone is so quick because nobody wants to listen. I'm not talking about physical insulin that you inject yourself with to reduce your blood sugar. Everyone who is a human on this earth has insulin. I'm talking about the insulin that is normally elevated in your body from everything that you eat, which is why I always bring it back to you have to control what it is you eat. The hormones that you are elevating and reducing is coming from the food that you're eating. It's coming from the stress you're under. It's coming from the lives we are living and what we're dealing with. When we have stressful lives, when we have trauma that we haven't dealt with, and every time we see a person or we hear something, we smell something, we think of something, the trauma will just send our sensory nerve fibers into a tizzy. When we are dealing with stress at work, we're dealing with stressful parents, we're dealing with parents that we're taking care of, grandkids we're taking care of, children that we're ready to kick out, they ain't ready to leave. When we're dealing with mates that don't love us, we're dealing with kids that treat us bad, when we're dealing with a work mate that you just don't want to work with, when you're dealing with that promotion that you didn't get, all of that, the stress, it elevates your blood sugar. It elevates your blood sugar in a manner where cortisol is released from the body because you are going through a stressful situation. Stress, stress, stress. Everyone has cortisol, everyone has blood sugar, everyone has insulin. The dynamic that occurs is every time you're stressed, your cortisol is released from your adrenals. Your adrenals are located on top of your kidneys. They sit there like little hats. If anyone has seen Bill Cosby had a cartoon out years ago, and there was this one character on there who had this hat that he had pulled down over his face with these eyes that stuck out of it. The adrenals sit on top of the kidneys, and they're like little hats. And there's a adrenal cortex and there's an adrenal medulla. The adrenals will send out cortisol to the body anytime we are stressed. When cortisol is sent out through the body, it raises your blood sugar. Now, when your blood sugar is raised all the time, every day, all day long, because you're dealing with stress and you have this nervous energy and you're full of anxiety, stuff always bothers you, you can't forgive people. When you're stressed all day long, you're a business owner, you're managing employees, you go home, you have stuff to do, you're driving home, people are honking at you, you ain't driving fast enough. When I say any stress, cortisol is going to be raised in your body constantly all day long. But what happens is it's going to subsequently raise your blood sugar. In concert with the foods that you're eating, your blood sugar is raised and it stays elevated all day long. Your body doesn't get a break. So what happens? Yes, Alicia, yes. Blood sugar will rise. So your insulin has to rise and be secreted from your pancreas so it can knock down your blood sugar. So when clients come in and they get their blood chemistry analysis done and I bring them in for their trichology visit, a lot of times this can be identified through the HPA axis. Sometimes the HPA axis will be so elevated that I know you're just a walking stress ball. Your HPA axis will be so elevated, it will be identified on your blood chemistry analysis. It will let me know that you're having issues with blood sugar regulation. And when you're having problems with blood sugar regulation, then we're going to have to give you things like chiroinositol and magnesium and cinnamon and natural things like that to help you support your blood sugar. And then we're going to have to give you things to support your adrenals because you are not handling your stress well metabolically. So if you guys remember, I said you are metabolically a mess. These are one of the reasons why. The stuff comes from you, but you just don't know it yet. You're doing everything you think you can do, but yet you're popping off. You're ready to flip off all the time because of your stress levels. This is why I said I don't work well with people who are on 10 and who are full of anxiety and then everything. You're defensive about everything and you got to answer for everything. Like sometimes I just need people to just relax. And a lot of times, thank you for the hearts. When people come to me, they get on a call, they sit with me for their appointment. I'll say, please just close your eyes for a second. And breathe in and breathe out. Because I need people to pause for a second because I don't want to come out of my face because that's not professional. Then I'm going to have to defend myself because you're defensive. When people are walking around carrying a lot of baggage, they're ready to just snap and cuss people out and then put your information on Google and then you're not this, you're not that, and they did this. Like people are ready to defend themselves. I just need all of y'all to take a woosah and relax. So it's the stress that's causing you to be metabolically out of balance. So it raises your cortisol levels, which raises your blood sugar, which subsequently raises your insulin levels. And insulin is a hormone. So when I say that sometimes hormonally, you're going through hormonal shifts, that's one of the reasons. Second, when y'all don't want to get any sleep, you're messing with your melatonin, which is a hormone. Women, as we age and we're going through perimenopause, which are hormonal shifts, when you're going from perimenopause, which starts at about 25 to 30, when you're going through perimenopause, your metabolism is taking a dip. The way you manufacture lipids, digest lipids, and use them in your body, the way cholesterol is manufactured and used in the body changes, the way your thyroid takes care of your body, and then you're getting sweats all the time. Your body is changing. So add to that, when you're not getting any rest because you want to stay on your phone all night long, you want to have your phone at your side of your dresser to manage all of the social media that don't nobody care about. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Whatever is on social media, it can wait till the next day. When you want to stay by your phone and be on top of everything, you want to see if he called you back and he sent you a text, stop worrying about all that. Go to sleep. Turn that phone off, go to sleep. Turn it off, go to sleep. When you don't want to get any sleep, it interferes with melatonin production. Your body is going to increase its production of melatonin with dawn and dusk. When it's time for you to go to sleep, go to sleep. Let the house be cool. You don't need the house to be on 80. Go to sleep. Melatonin is a protection for the hair follicle. And when you do not go to sleep, you're interrupting hair growth. Melatonin is a protection for you. When you do not go to sleep, please let me share with you, melatonin, when you affect melatonin stores and production, it creates inflammation at the infundibulum, which is the area below the bulge and the area above the bulge. When you do not go to sleep, you are creating inflammation within the hair follicle because melatonin is a protection for the body. It's a protection for the follicle. When you don't go to sleep, you lose your protection. Then your hair starts breaking and splitting and falling out all over the place because y'all doing too much. So as a trichologist, this is what I teach and train my beauty professionals to understand. Hormones run the game, which is why I'm always on here talking about your hormones are the demise for your hair and scalp issues. So when I'm talking about thyroid and parathyroid issues and adrenal issues, blood sugar issues in your pancreas and your thymus gland, which is a hormone, which also helps protect you with immunity. I'm talking about the entire glandular system, okay? The entire glandular system. So when your hormones are out of balance, which is why I have the one-page free hormone guide, sometimes some of that can give you benefit. The free hormone guide can benefit everyone when you're putting it all into place, when you're putting it all into practice. This is why I created it. And I give it to people because I want people to understand you've got to start looking at this hair game a little bit differently. This hair game, y'all think y'all doing something with your little baton of oil, and I talk about that all the time. And with this company that starts with an N, I'm sorry, that's not going to save you. What's going to save you is addressing the issues that your body is having. So y'all can keep on taking that number one rated product out here that starts with an N. That is not going to save you because if you're having gut issues, that product is not going to help you with your gut issues. If you are having problems with sleep, problems with your thyroid, problems with liver fat, problems with the way you eat, that trusty product with the N is not going to save you, everyone. You need to find out what it is that you need. Visit a holistic practitioner, an integrated wellness specialist. Visit someone in your area that can give you the 1-2. Okay, trying to let y'all know it's more than what you think it is. It takes work, but you have to be open to hearing information that you're not used to. That's one of the questions on my trichology consultation forms. Will you be okay with hearing information that you're not used to? Because what people don't understand, they're not willing to address. And when you hear stuff that, and the first thing people say to me all the time, I didn't know that. You're not going to know everything. That's why you see a professional who knows a little bit more, who will put into perspective for you. You're not going to know everything. I even come on TikTok and Facebook, Instagram, and people put things in the chat. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So you're not going to know everything. You have to be open-minded to address this kind of stuff. So next on the list, let me get my notes because I don't ever want to miss anything. So I talked about being metabolically out of balance. I talked about inflammation. I talked about gut health. I talked about dandruff. I talk about hormones. One of the other things I want to address is perimenopause. As I said just a moment ago, perimenopause actually begins as soon as we hit puberty and we begin menstruating. We're in perimenopause. However, perimenopause may last 40 to 50 years. I only say that because I got my menstrual cycle at 13. I'm going on 57. So we're physically in perimenopause the moment you get your period. Which is why you see fluctuations in your hair when you have a baby, and when you're going through different issues with your thyroid, you'll see problems with your hair because you are in fact in perimenopause. That it's a very long time. Then you enter menopause when you finally have a cessation of your menstrual cycle. So that's why I say hormonal shifts, you're always going to have challenges with your hair when you get on a pill, you get off a pill, when you have a baby, you're going through postpartum issues, then you're nursing. All of those hormonal fluctuations will affect your hair. So I just want you all to understand that your hair is governed by everything that falls beneath this eyeball. Everything in the body will disturb how your hair grows. So that's why I'm here for 2026. I'm trying to help you all understand. Y'all got to get yourself together. Y'all got to look at this hair thing a little bit differently. It's not always so simple. You have to address what is causing the inflammation. You have to address why your gut health is a mess. You have to address why you have dandruff and sebderm and acne in your body. Maybe you need a detox, but you need to find someone that can help you with the detox. You need to identify this because sometimes that acne can cause scarring, acne necrotica, neck bumps, cellulitis. All that is inflammation, is toxicity. Where is it coming from? So that's why I'm here to try to just share with you all, we got to do better, but you have to kind of understand what all of this is. Your hair doesn't exist in a vacuum. Like I said earlier, when you're not doing your body right, it will say, okay, well, we're not growing hair right now because you're not doing me right. Until you get me right, I'm not growing hair for you. I'm just not, I'm over it. So the next thing that I want to talk about is nutrient depletion. Now, I talk a lot about how, as a hair loss professional, I talk a lot about medications. I talk a lot about digestion and eating for your blood type and things like that. Now, I'll run through this really quickly because I don't want to keep everyone on here forever. Nutrient depletion, it's a lot when it comes to your hair growth. Now, over time, I see it all the time because I'm always out here walking, and I tell you guys all the time, the first thing I do is look at people's hair. I am not even always looking at the style because I love a nice crisp fade. I love a nice straight bob. I love a good haircut. I can tell when someone's got their hair professionally done. I'm always looking at someone's hair, but I'm always looking at how people are losing their hair and how it is non-uniform, because when you're going through male or female pattern baldness, it will be uniform. When I see spots and waves in the hair, I can tell that a person is going through something. When I see hair missing and thin edges, I already know they're low on minerals and their digestion is not working. So I'm going to touch on that right now. When you start losing your hair around these edges and it starts getting more and more visible, a lot of it is nutrient depletion. And I'm just going to touch on two things right now. I'm going to talk about hemoglobin and iron, and I'm going to talk about building blood cell health through B vitamins. When I'm talking about nutrient depletion, sometimes I'll talk about the way we digest food properly. And thank you so much from my heart and for sharing the live, Ms. Trish Parker. I appreciate it. When we're not digesting our food properly, and please understand this, everyone, as a hair loss professional, I know this already. With body physiology, the body does not get better. We are aging every minute, every second of our lives. The body does not improve. It actually worsens with age and maturity. So I want to help put this in perspective for you. Digestive health does not improve with age. It gets worse. If you see pictures of someone when they were very young, they had a nice full hairline, nice strong hairline, nice full hair. Over time, your digestion does not improve, it gets worse, which is typically why people start developing conitis and gray hair here first, because this is the area where you start seeing changes when digestion gets weak and when you're not getting in the minerals you used to, because digestion is getting poor. It's getting poor as time moves on. So I want you to understand that. Yes, you said facts. So when you see people who are, their The hairline is changing, it's receding, it's starting to gray. It's because of something called chonitis, and it's because of minerals. So two that I want to address right now is iron and B vitamins. When you're not digesting your food properly, one of the things that will start to break down is you will not be able to pull the most electric mineral needed in the body, which is iron. A lot of us will develop anemia because there are breakdowns in digestion. I talk a lot about if you're having GERD, if you're having problems with nausea, you feel sick when you eat, you're always gassy and bloated, you probably need hydrochloric acid and digestive enzymes, because pepsin is required to help you digest protein or meats, meat, dairy, and eggs, thick cuts of meat, any meat. It consists of protein, pepsin. If you're eating nuts and seeds, those are acidic. Sometimes you need pepsin to be able to break that down, and you need things like amylase. I teach this all in my course for my beauty professionals so they can understand and be able to tell this to their clients. When their clients are having digestive issues, they need to do things like this to help digestion work better so that their hair can thrive. So when you're eating foods that don't work well for you with certain blood types, sometimes A's and B's don't get enough pepsin, they don't have enough hydrochloric acid, so they don't digest food properly. What happens is they will notoriously be cold all the time, have cold extremities, cold limbs, because they're not getting in their iron, because they don't know that they cannot physically break down the food that they eat, because type A's and ABs cannot eat a lot of meats. They cannot eat a lot of heavy cuts of meat because their body composition, their digestion, their hydrochloric acid does not work well in their body with their blood type. B's and O's, they can digest heavier cuts of meat. They typically are not as anemic or fall prey to anemia the way A's and ABs do. So when you do not digest your food well, sometimes you can become anemic. When you're anemic, you will suffer with thin hair because hemoglobin is produced in the body when you consume iron. When you build your hemoglobin stores, now you need cells in your body to carry that hemoglobin and that oxygen all over the place to all of the tissues in your body. I'm going to address that in just a second, Miss Stephanie. So when your iron is low, you will not be able to transition hemoglobin, oxygen throughout the body. What you also need is to make sure that you are consuming B vitamins. B vitamins like cobalamin, which is B12, helps build red blood cells. Those red blood cells carry that hemoglobin throughout the body, carrying oxygen everywhere. This is a lot of the reason why when you see certain people, sometimes certain vegans, they will have this muddy skin tone to them because they don't eat meat, dairy, and eggs. Am I saying that all vegans need to eat meat? No, I am not. So please don't come for me. Don't send me this mess in my inbox the way y'all do. I'm not saying that you don't need to be a vegan. What I'm saying is sometimes when vegans do not get heme iron, sometimes their skin will be muddy. It'll take on a muddy quality because their blood flow isn't carried the way it could be if they consumed rich diets of meat, dairy, and eggs, and if they had sufficient B storage stores. So when you have good B vitamins in your body regularly, and when you're consuming iron, it works well together. It helps build heme, and that heme can be carried through red blood cells throughout the body. When these are low, this is why a lot of us become dehydrated. When there's not enough iron and there's not enough red blood cells, there's not enough blood volume. So if you're low on B vitamins and low on iron, you don't have enough blood volume. That's why you're tired and you're lethargic. And when you walk up the stairs, you're about to pass out. When you do the slightest bit of, when you try to do things that require a little bit of energy, that's why you're about to pass out. So I say to people all the time that if you're low on iron and low on B vitamins, you're dehydrated. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I'm not dehydrated. I drink 8 cups of water a day. You're dehydrated. If you're not taking your B vitamins and you're anemic and you're low in iron, you are dehydrated. You don't have enough blood volume. This is why you tire out. This is why your limbs are cold. Your nose is cold. Your fingers are cold. This is why hair stops growing on your legs, under your arms. This is why your hair stops growing. There's not enough blood volume. You have to fix it. So that's another reason why you're doing all that you can do. However, you're still losing your hair. You're losing the battle with your hair. Your hair is getting finer and finer. You're going through perimenopause, sliding into menopause. You think you're doing what you should because you're a vegan. You think you're doing everything. These are some of the reasons why we're losing the battle with our hair. So Stephanie said, "What's a good product? I definitely have digestive issues, but I had weight loss surgery years ago." Stephanie, that is another issue that you will be unable to fix because you have surgically altered how your digestion and elimination works. Because you have done that, your hair will never grow the way it grew previously. I wish you had had the chance to know that and understand that before you had your surgery. And I understand. I don't ever kick anybody's back in for having digestive surgeries, because I know you probably needed it to lose weight, to improve your blood sugar, to get metabolically healthy. I understand it. Sometimes we have to do what we have to do to save ourselves, but then it's going to affect something else. So please let me help you understand, your hair will not grow the way you want it to grow because you've altered how your body digests food. And once you do that, you will not be able to grow hair the way you want to. And I apologize. Miss Rita, I have this on YouTube. I'm not sure if you are still on the call. The full play will be on YouTube. Of course, the full play will be listed to Facebook at the conclusion of this live, and I think I'll be on for another half hour. So yes, Miss Rita, this will be on Facebook and it will be on YouTube as a live replay. It will not be on TikTok and it will not be on Instagram. So let me answer some of these questions here. Okay. Oh, yes, you are right. You are right. Okay, I wanted to address that. Yes, O's can suffer with it too. What I was trying to share with you is more A's and ABs suffer with things like anemia and digestive issues because of the way their stomachs work. Yes, O's and B's can suffer with it too. What I'm saying is a large majority of A's and ABs suffer with it more than B's and O's do. I'm not saying that they cannot. Of course, everyone can suffer with it, but that's what I usually see a lot of. And that's one of the main things that I like to highlight is digestion works differently in different blood types. And from that, you get subsequent issues. But yes, O's and B's can suffer with it too. Thanks for highlighting that. So I just want to answer this. Mama Jules, good morning to you too. Sacred Reads, you said, what's the best B vitamin for someone getting ferritin infusions? Okay, because TikTok does not like you to recommend any products that are not in your store. I don't know how to get that to work. I don't have the time to sit here with them 1,000 emails they'll send me. You have to look in the LINK and the BIO and find things on my page. You will be able to find that information, but I can't mention that here because I need to reference what's in my store and I don't have it in a store. So I can't identify that on here because I'll get banned and I'll get, the big X from TikTok. So I'm sorry that I can't mention that for you. And you said you heard that okra water helped someone through I heard that orca water helped through someone's platform. Well, great. That's wonderful. If you can send me some information on orca water, okay, that's wonderful. I'm glad it helped someone. This information that I provide is general information. I don't know anything about orca water, but I know about iron and B vitamins, and I know about red blood cell health. Okay, so Melanin Goddess said you're type O and you have slow digestive tract since a child. That can cause issues for you when you have slow digestion or problems with digestion. You need to kind of modify that and help yourself because, like I said, digestion doesn't improve with age. It actually gets worse. So you have to help your body with energy. If you don't help the body manufacture and use energy, things will just get worse. And any problems you have will just worsen. I'm going to keep going. And Sassy B said, I'm in my 60s. What's the best thing you should take for your body? Again, if you just heard me mention it, you have to look in the LINK and the BIO. Everything that I recommend is in the LINK and the BIO. So Sacred Reed says, oh, yes, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So you must listen to Myron Golden because that's my dude right there. He says that all the time, and I love it. So, yes, you can search the links and the information is there. So, Melanin Goddess, you said you're perimenopausal and you started at 37, you're 63. Yeah, me too. I started the same thing. I started seeing changes in my body as early as 30. So, I'm going to keep going. So, Stephanie, you're welcome. So, I just wanted to just highlight some of that for you, and I'm going to keep going. So, I talked about iron and B vitamins. Next on the list, I want to talk about drug muggers. Now, I have something in my bio. There's a link in my bio that talks about how you can help yourself when you're on medications and you need to learn which nutrients are being drained from your body when you're on medication. I don't care if it's anti-anxiety meds, birth control pills, albuterol inhalers, things for cholesterol, high blood pressure. All of those siphon minerals from your body because your body is doing the delicate dance of keeping its pH together. Now, calcium will go in and put out fires. It puts out fires in the bloodstream. It puts out fires in the body by trying to help you equalize your pH. It will go in and create biofilms across the body. It will form on your teeth. It'll form on your scalp. Calcium is one of the reasons why women need so much more of it and why we lose it, because based on what it is you give the body, your body is urinating out calcium or it's using it to put out fires within the body. So we use up a lot of calcium. What happens is when we're taking medications, a lot of times the medications will drain from us and it will take from the calcium in our bones to neutralize and buffer what we're giving it. And then we'll urinate out precious minerals that can be used to direct, lead, and initiate change in the body. So a lot of us, because we're on high blood pressure medications, cholesterol, lipid medications, all these medications will siphon things from us like CoQ10. Now, women over 40, we need CoQ10. CoQ10 helps with nitric oxide, helps with blood flow. We need CoQ10 and we produce less of it, just like collagen. As we age, we produce less and less CoQ10, less and less collagen. So what I want to say, ladies, if you want to know more about how to bring balance to your body, you have to find out through resources like I just mentioned, that's in the LINK and the BIO. If you want to purchase it, I can send it to you. You have to find out which medications are draining which minerals from your body and give yourself balance through that medium. Find out what it is you need to put back in your body because we need our minerals. We need them. We need our things like CoQ10. So when you're on a medication and high blood pressure medication, diuretics, calcium channel blockers, all sorts of products, they will drain and siphon different minerals from you. Sassy B, I cannot send it to you. It's in the LINK and the BIO. Please tell me you're listening. When you need it, it's in the LINK and the BIO. You have to tap it and scroll and take your time. I can't send it to you. It's in the LINK and the BIO. So, okay, good. You said you tried okra water and you can't deal with the slime, not bad tasting. I have to do some research on that. So, other minerals that will be siphoned from your body due to medication use, things like magnesium. You need magnesium to help with blood sugar, to help with nervous system health, to help calm your body down in a matter of sorts. Some people who are walking, they benefit from having a healthy dose of magnesium. Magnesium can also help you have better feces, have better digestive and elimination health as well. So when you're on different medications, you have to be mindful that it will siphon minerals from your body that you need that are good for hair growth. And what I'm talking about today is balance. When we are consistently out of balance, it will show first here. When your hair is speaking to you, when it's breaking, it's splitting, your skin is suffering, it's dry, your hair won't grow no longer than this in certain spots. You're losing hair in spots. Your body's trying to tell you that you're out of balance. That's why we're here today. You are metabolically out of balance. You're metabolically stressed. You're inflamed. You're lacking nutrition. You're going through hormonal changes. This is why we're here. So I'm going to keep going. And last but not least, I talked maybe the week before about ATP. Right. Okay, Honey Brooks. I promise you I'm going to read up more about that. But if y'all have any information, because I'm a learner. I like to learn. I will read up everything and then I'll come on here and talk about it. If somebody can send me some information about that okra water, I will definitely read it. The other thing that I want to share with you all is energy. The body runs on energy. We get energy from the sun. We get energy from things like iron. Our heart beats based on electrical energy. Our body runs on energy. Cellular growth takes place with energy. Now, I talked last week about a concept that I wanted to tell you all about that we know as hair loss professionals called ATP. ATP is cellular energy. When you are not producing cellular energy, your body will eventually start to die. You'll be in a low oxygen state. Nothing will thrive. Your body will always be in pain. Your hair growth will be slow. Your skin will start to darken. All sorts of issues will start to happen because you're physically starting to die, and everything will just start shutting down because cellular energy is not taking place. Where does this come from? I say it all the time. A lot of it starts from what's on the end of your fork. If you all don't change what it is that you're feeding yourself, you will not be able to produce great cellular energy, cellular ATP. And I definitely will, Shar. I definitely will. Yep, I definitely will because I like okra. I put it in all of my soups and my stews. Sometimes I'll make fried okra. I like okra, and I had no idea about okra water. I will definitely check that out. Um, when we're not creating enough ATP, we can't create cellular energy. When we do not create cellular energy, cells cannot split, they cannot divide, they cannot grow new cells. Your skin will not turn over the way it should. It will start flaking. It will peel. You will have issues with your skin. Your hair will not grow because cellular energy is not taking place. Cellular energy is created in things like fresh leafy greens, fresh foods, fresh fruits, fruits loaded with color under the rainbow, yellow, red, purple, blue, white, all fruits, all foods under the rainbow. You can build cellular energy by eating foods that are minimally processed, if at all, things that are lightly sauteed, close to raw, if your body can handle it. My body doesn't have problem with raw foods. I eat a lot of raw foods. When you're eating things that are fresh, that are not processed, when you're eating fresh greens, leafy greens, drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of sleep, you allow cellular energy to take place. If you stress out your liver, if you're feeding it a lot of processed foods, your liver will become inflamed and you will have liver fat. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone, yes, Honeybrooks, everything from the earth. If you all understand and have heard of the concept called liver fat, please put it in the chat. I want to know if any of y'all have heard of liver fat. When you have liver fat, your liver is inflamed. It's like this. It's red, it's irritated, it's swollen. Liver fat will not allow the mitochondria to thrive. The mitochondria is the energy producing center of the cell. There are lots of parts to a cell. You know, there's a ribosome, there's so many different things, but I'm talking about energy right now. You've heard of it, Miss Thea 73, you've heard of it. So what I'm talking about is the cell has an energy producing center called the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the energy producing center of the cell. When we have excessive liver fat, when we're eating things that we don't have no business eating, it creates an inflamed liver. When we are walking around here because we know too much and we're not trying to change our food and change what we eat. My clients sit here in my chair and they tell me they're going to keep eating the food they eat. That's why you're sitting in my chair, because you don't want to do right. When you have high amounts of liver fat, it destroys the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the energy producing center of the cell. If you consistently eat things that inflame your liver, mitochondria cannot produce energy for the cell. It cannot help the cell thrive. It cannot help the cell grow. That's why your hair starts to break down in the top of your scalp, because mitochondrial energy cannot take place. Your liver is too fatty. ATP cannot thrive. Your hair will not grow because cellular energy cannot take place. You are dying off. So if you guys didn't get anything from me today, you have to change your life. You have to change it. Yes, gracefully, you said it's called ignorance to some people. You know, we don't know what we don't know. But this is why I'm here, and this is why I'm devoted to being here every single week to help people understand we've got to change some things. So, Kathy, you said you're telling nothing but the truth, but I'm enjoying you. I appreciate that, ma'am. I do appreciate it. And I just want to let everyone know we've got to change. What I want to offer everyone here is the chance to find out what is going on with your hair, what is going on with your scalp through an appointment with someone like myself. Holistic Hair Doc, I'm not sure if she's still on here. Miss Rita Walker, she's one of my students. She's on here. We are hair loss professionals. We can assist you with what it is that you need. You have to find someone in your area. You have to go on your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, and put in your hashtags and put hair loss professional, trichologist. Who can help me in my area? You have to find them, and you have to allow us to give you scans, give you things like a microscopy exam. I have my microscope over here. I take my microscope, I take hair from the top of the hair over top of the ears. I put it on my glass slides with my oil. I identify it. I'm looking at the root sheath. I'm looking at what colors come up. I'm looking at how long the root sheath is. I'm looking at the size and the density of your hair. I'm looking at if the hair has any striations or bubbles or nods and nodules on it, because I can tell if you have heredity issues. I can tell if you've been stressed. I can tell a lot. You don't have to tell me nothing. I can look at you and I can identify your hair under a microscope and tell you everything that's going on with you by looking at your hair under a microscope. So this is what I'm talking about. So when I tell people, they'll say, what do I need to do? What can I do to grow my hair back? I don't know, because I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you. I need data. So some of the data that I take from you to help you identify what you need to do are through things such as microscopy. Not every hairstylist, hair loss professional, trichologist utilizes microscopy. Some of us do, some of us don't. Microscopy can help me help you. A scalp exam can help me help you. I do assist people virtually. I do assist people in person. I am located in Pleasantville, New Jersey. I do help people. You don't need to know how we do it. We do it. We take care of everything for you. All you have to do is just take a picture of your scalp, be in front of the camera, and that's how we do it. People get so bogged down in the details. If you want assistance and I'm not in front of you, you don't have to worry about that. We will work it out. If you're sitting here listening to me, I know you have a mobile phone and I know you have a computer. All you have to do is sit in front of it. Send me pictures. That's it. Work digitally. So many people get hung up in the details. Oh, I don't like your AI receptionist. I don't like that I have to email you. I don't like that I have to get 1,000 texts. Well, 1,000 texts and 1,000 emails is what I do. And when you reach out to me and you want to work with me, I have to remind people constantly, did you read? Did you check the right consultation? We're here for this reason. We're here for this reason. Please be present. Please show up without your wigs, your hair pieces, your braids. I have to constantly text and remind people all day because they forget it's a hair and scalp appointment. Then they come on the appointment with stuff in their hair. And I'm like, okay, you want a hair and scalp call? I can't see nothing. So yes, I do. When you work with someone like me, I send out a lot of email, a lot of text, and I do have an AI receptionist because I can't answer every phone call. A lot of people in different areas, when they get off work at 5, I'm done for the day. I'm not answering no calls. So my AI receptionist will come in, fill you in on details, tell you about my consultation, tell you what you need, confirm details. So yes, I have an AI receptionist. I work virtually. I assist people in person. If you need someone like myself to help you with a hair and scalp exam, please reach out to a professional in your area. If I can help you find someone, I'll try to help you. If you can do your part because you have a mobile phone, go on Google and look for a hair loss professional in your area. If you bleed, if you have hair, if you have a scalp, stop worrying about if the person's white. I got a lot of people in my hair loss practitioner group who are white as a driven snow with blue eyes, but they can tell you some stuff about your hair. So don't worry about the fact that, oh, she's white. Is she going to know anything about my hair? Yeah, she's going to know about your hair. You got hair, don't you? You got blood and eyeballs and a stomach and feet and toes. Don't get so caught up in the details. Find these people, utilize them as your resource, and find out how they can help you. Now, as a hair loss professional, I do something that's called scalp mapping. When I'm speaking with someone, I like to tell them about what it is that I see based on where they are losing their hair. Do they have issues with their kidneys? Do you have digestive issues? Do you have stress issues? Do you have nutrition and inflammation issues? Do you have immunity issues? Do you have issues with your endocrine system? Do you have issues with your nervous system? We have something that we utilize as holistic practitioners called scalp mapping, zone mapping. Even when I went to take my course from the International Association of Hair and Microscopy, from the Italian Association that came over here to the States and held the class for us, They even do it in Italy. It is what it is. There are zones of the scalp that let us know what it is that you're going through before we even speak with you. So, what I'm trying to share with you is let me utilize my resources to assist you and help you. You just have to step up to the plate and be open to receive it. Let us help identify your root causes, because that's what your hair loss professional will do. We will help you identify the root cause. The longer I sit with a person, the more I'm able to uncover. The more they keep telling me the gut issues from when they were small, the constant antibiotic use, the autoimmunity they suffered as a result of moving into an apartment that had mold, the stressful work conditions, the death of a family member. It's the more and more I talk to you, all of the surgeries you've been under, the constant issues with eczema and psoriasis, the more you talk to me, the more I get to uncover. I try to help you identify where your root causes came from. And if you're having issues that I do not have the license and the skill to help you manage, I will make sure that you get the assistance you need, but I will help you with that hair component. I will work with you. I will hold your hand, but you have got to get out of your own way. As I said earlier, I work with a lot of people. They're ready to pop off and flip off, and they're full of anxiety, and they have a lot that they're carrying. I'm not willing to carry that. You guys have to understand that you got to kind of just relax for a moment. Stop feeling as if you're being attacked, and just allow someone to just help you and work with you. I know that's easier said than done, but I told y'all, like I said earlier, this has been a tough week. I've been dealing with a lot of people who they very high anxious and high strung, and it's a lot for me. It's a lot. So we will help you identify your root causes and help you fix some of these issues. It does take time. Things like the okra water, will it work for everybody? Maybe not. Is it going to fix all of the issues that you have individually? Maybe not. Is it a quick solution for digestion? Yes, it is. But what about the other 5 to 10 issues you have? This is what I'm trying to share. You do not exist in a vacuum, and there's not just one system that you have to fix. Usually one system will affect the other systems. So you have to visit someone like myself. Like I said, I'm here. I work with everyone through an initial 15-minute phone call. You reach out. We'll have a Zoom call, You reach out for your initial 15-minute session. Let me listen to you, find out what's going on with your hair and your scalp, and then I will share with you what it is that we offer, whether virtually or in person. I'll tell you everything that you need. I'll tell you the blood types that are specific to the blood tests that are specific to what it is that I'm looking for. Whether you have immune issues, do I need an ANA panel? Do I need transferrin? Do I need TBIC? Do I need your iron? Do I need your ferritin? Do I need all that? Do I need your MCHC? Do I need your MCV? I will tell you all that on the call. So when you guys come through and ask me a million questions, that's what the consultation is for. I will find out about you. I will tell you what it is that we do. I will tell you what you need on the call. Schedule your consultation, and I will provide you the help that you need and the assistance that you need, virtually and in person. We will help you with your intolerance tests, your root causes, your microscopy, your scalp exam. We will identify that and help you out with that once we get your full consultation in. So I just want to say thank you to everyone, and to let you know I am here. I am here as a resource. I'm here as a certified IAT trichologist and a health and wellness specialist. We take HSA, we take FSA, we use Care Credit. We are here to help you get it together. Now, our consultations, they are not expensive. However, it needs to be done. What you do with that information is up to you. If you want to utilize a treatment plan with products that I can give you, because all the products that you need, I can provide for you. I can provide you with your own beauty box and your beauty kit. I can help you. If you choose to purchase your products outside of me, I don't know anything about those products. I don't know how they work. And you will have your own self to blame when something is not working and you don't see progress because you wanted to do things on your own. I have things that have been clinically proven to work. I have the lights, the bells, the whistles, the nutraceuticals. I have everything. So I can provide it to you as part of your treatment plan, or you can just stop at the treatment plan. You can just find out what it is that you need. You can identify what it is that's holding you back. Choose to do nothing. You can work with products on your end, or you can allow someone like myself to help you little by little get your hair back if it's possible, what I want you guys to think about is consider reaching out to a hair loss professional when the time is right for you. Because if you're not ready to change, it's the same thing as going to the gym. If you're not ready to stop eating all that trashy food, because you can't outrun a bad diet. You can't work your way out of a bad diet. When you're ready to get to sleep. You're ready to go to the gym every day. Even if your girlfriend don't want to go, you still got to go. It's the same with working on your hair and scalp issues. When you're physically ready and you're like, okay, I got to do this because I said I was going to treat myself in 2026. I was going to put me first. I was going to stop putting everybody else first. I'm going to do it. It's the time. If you're ready to stop telling yourself no, and you're ready to see your edges growing back in, your hair filling in, now you can get out of those wigs and you can just wear your own hair. I want you to see that, because I'm ready to do that for you and with you. If I can't help you find a hair loss professional in your area and get yourself together, get yourself right, go see them and find out what it is that you need. Again, you can find me at hairlosscenternj.com. You can see the information scrolling across the screen on Facebook and YouTube. All of my information is a click away on Instagram. All you have to do is hit the links in the bio to connect with me, to book a 15-minute call, send me any questions and comments. Here on TikTok, all you have to do is hit the LINK in the BIO, the LINK in the BIO, and connect with me. You can send me information. You can ask me any questions. However, if your profiles aren't private, I can send you information. I get littered and hammered with requests for information, and then your profiles is private. Like, what? Why is it private? Okay. All right. No, don't nobody want them in their business. Okay, let me answer these questions, and then I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. So thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and I'm going to finish answering these questions on TikTok. Again, I thank you, because you guys could have been doing anything else with your time. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to disconnect and just say thank you, and I hope you guys can chill with me again by watching the clips that I'm going to post, and see me next Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern.